Hey, welcome back to Slick Willy Flies. So here we're gonna do a second addition to our cooking playlist. So what I'm doing today is I'm having some friends over for dinner. So I'm gonna do cedar plank fish, which I will also attach to this video. But I'm starting early in the morning because I'm making smoked potato salad to serve with my cedar plank fish, and this needs to be cold at dinner time. So what I've done is I've parboiled my potatoes for 10 or 12 minutes just so that the skin comes off nice and easy. Chop them into chunks, and I'm using my homemade rub, and they're about to go into the smoker. So I'll be back in a minute and I will show you when I'm putting them in the smoker, my temperature and about how long. And I will put in the comment in the description section, I will put my rub recipe. Okay, so I got the smoker ready to about 100 degrees Celsius. And here's the potato with my rub. Going in. We're gonna smoke for about 30 or so minutes, maybe 40 minutes. I'll decide when I come and check it. I'm gonna check it in about 30 minutes. All right, welcome back to Slick Willy Flies. So my smoker's going with my potatoes, and I'm taking advantage of that the smoker's nice and warm and cranking. So I have a piece of brown trout that I have actually never made fish dip with brown trout. So this is gonna be a first. And again, it's just my my homemade rub. And I'm just gonna put a little generous amount on the fish. And it's gonna go in the smoker. Once I take out my potatoes, because I don't want to open the door to the smoker, once I take out the potatoes, this will go in for about, they're thin, this is a very thin piece, so maybe 45 minutes. Usually I do about an hour, but I don't think that these will sit in there for an hour. So I'm going to end up making on this video brown trout fish dip, my smoked potato salad, and cedar plank fish. You're going to see a great video. Okay, so welcome back. So it's been about 30 or so minutes, so let's see how they look. They're looking good, but I don't think it's quite ready. I'm gonna give it another good 10 minutes. I'm gonna give it 10 more minutes. We'll come back. Okay, so we're back. It's been a little bit more than 10 minutes. And I'm definitely gonna take them out now. One piece of advice that I will give: when you smoke fish and the fish is thin, don't put them by your elements, leave them a little bit higher in your box. So I'm gonna take out this rack. I'm gonna slide in my fish. Now I'm gonna take out the last rack. Shut the door quick. You notice I try to be as fast as I can with the smoker so I lose no heat. It's an electric smoker, so I can set the temperature quite good, but you still want to maintain the heat as best you can. So now the fish is going to be in for about 45 minutes, maybe an hour. All right, so welcome back. So what I've done is I've already chopped up 6 eggs, and I have my dill with the eggs just to save a little time. Now I'm going to put in all this potato. Whoops. This is a little bit, it occasionally happens where the potato wants to stick a little, but it's no big deal. It comes off. Looking at my bowl, I think we actually have enough potato. You will find with me that in my recipe, I write down actual amounts, but I rarely measure. All right, so now I'm gonna add, this is garlic powder and onion powder. And I'm gonna add my mayonnaise. Again, it's I have an actual measurement in my recipe in the description, but I don't often measure. I know what it should look like. I would rather add mayo than have too much mayo. So I start mixing, and then based on how it looks, I determine whether I'm going to add or not add, which here I'm definitely going to add. So I'm going to just start mixing a little. And the reason I'm doing this so early is I want it to sit in the refrigerator for a few hours. I want it to be served cold when our friends come over for dinner tonight. Wasn't that far off on the mayo. But definitely need a little more mayo here. You know, a great little thing to do. My wife has a great little vegetable garden that she does every year. And dill is one of those things that you can actually freeze if you wanted to. So you could grow your dill and freeze it, keep it in the freezer. It freezes pretty nicely. Dill is pretty popular in Sweden. That's another thing about tonight's dinner that we're making. Is kind of cool. It's a little bit of a blend. You know, the potato salad, 100% American. This is so, especially smoked. This potato salad is so, this is just home for me. The fish, the way I'm going to prepare the fish on the Cedar Plank, I think that's a pretty American deal also. What's a little bit Scandinavian about my Cedar Plank fish tonight is going to be that I'm using rainbow trout. So I don't get a lot of rainbow trout in South Florida, but it comes out delicious. You know, I learned to make the Cedar Plank using redfish, very Florida, but it works great. So the last thing I'm going to add are my chives. Saved a little time having everything pre-chopped up. Then I'm going to put a little bit of saran wrap over the top of this. And I have a refrigerator in my garage. So it's going to go sit in the refrigerator till dinner time. And at dinner time, I will have a little bit of my rub on the table. Because it's not a bad idea. Some guests like to garnish with the rub. Awesome. Perfect. Cool. Be back with the rest of the video soon. Alright, so I've been smoking for probably 50 minutes. Yeah, that looks ready. Ready for a little fish dip. Alright, so welcome back. So I wanted to show you guys, this is what the potato salad looks like. It's been sitting in the fridge for 3 or 4 hours. And I'm going to put it back in the fridge. I just wanted to show you. Our friends haven't actually come. They're going to arrive in about an hour. We also made a rose sauce. This caviar sauce. This will also have the recipe in the description. We're in Sweden, and Swedes have sauce with literally everything. So even though I'm not most likely going to use any of the sauce, it would be wrong of us to not serve a sauce. So I'm including it in the description. So tonight's dinner is going to be the Cedar Plank Fish, which is coming. This beautiful smoked potato salad, the sauce for the fish, and my wife made a fresh salad. And we'll be back with the rest of the video. Alright, so hey, welcome back. So now we're going to start the Cedar Plank. Got my cocktail. I'm here with my good friend Stefan. Stefan is actually the first friend I made in Sweden, I think.
Because he was my son Lucas's soccer coach when they were like 9 or something. And so he probably needs a lot of alcohol. But the very first step we do is we take the planks. They've been soaking in water for hours. This way that hopefully won't catch fire. I'm going to set them on the grill so that they warm up. This only takes about maybe 30 seconds to a minute. So now we just wait a few seconds. All right, so been on for, I don't know, maybe a minute. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take and I'm gonna drizzle a little bit of olive oil on the planks themselves. Wow, I'm nearly out of oil. I just kind of smear it around a little. Careful not to burn myself. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put the fish skin side down. This is fish that we caught a couple of months ago. And of course, you saw my fillet video. We take the time to really make these fish perfect. Skin side down. And then I happen to like Everglades seasoning, but any seasoning you like will work good. And I made a sauce for the fish. I don't think it really needs a sauce, but we're in Sweden, and Swedish people put sauce on everything. Am I kidding?
It needs sauce.
It needs sauce. They put sauce on everything in this country. All right, so now we just let this cook so the fish is ready. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna monitor it to make sure that my wood doesn't actually catch fire, but that's why we did soak it for hours. But I have my little spritz bottle here, so if the edges start to catch fire, I put the fire out. All right, so now we're gonna just a traditional Swedish beer here. Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
And so it's done. But I forgot to mention a couple of things. So I've cooked at about 225 degrees Celsius. I cook a little bit warmer than normal because it's sitting on top of the wood and I'm never gonna flip this fish. And the one thing that's really, really important when you buy your cedar, you wanna make sure that you buy natural cedar. It can't have any chemicals of any kind. And this is how it looks when it's done. It's a shame that you can't smell this on video because, man, I promise you this smells good. And now it's ready. So now I'm just gonna take it in and we're gonna serve it for dinner. Normally I have a little better tool to pull this off, but my scissors will work today. Not my first rodeo. Done this before. All right. Thank you for having a cocktail. Hope you like and subscribe, and see you on the next video.
Hey, welcome back to Slick Willy Flies. So it's the day after, and I had fully intended to show you the completed dinner, all assembled, the table, but we got a little stressed for time and people were hungry and one thing led to another, and it's gone. Fish was gone. The fish was delicious. The dinner turned out delicious. I truly hope that you will try the recipe. I hope that you might maybe have learned something. Today I'm not having my traditional cocktail. I had plenty of cocktails yesterday. Today I'm having a little iced tea. And but definitely we'll be back with our cocktails in future videos. And thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for having cocktails with us. Hope you're enjoying the videos. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I will have all the recipes in the description like I mentioned before. So thanks again, and see you on the next video.